Hi, this is Brooklyn Knitfolk, episode 18. My name is Jacqueline. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as @JacquelineSalem. Basically all social medias as @JacquelineSalem. Today I am podcasting from Knoxville, Tennessee, where my sister lives and my family lives in Tennessee. Normally I podcast from Brooklyn, New York City, so if this is your first time watching, different location, probably mostly the same content, except today I have two guest stars that will be appearing on my podcast. The reason I'm in Knoxville is to visit my family, because if you didn't know, my sister recently had a baby. So I'm going to show you potentially the most important finished object of this past few weeks, actually. He was born 3 weeks ago. And without further ado, nephew!
Yay! Can you say hi, Maverick? Say hi!
This is my new nephew, Maverick James Davis. This is my sister, Laura.
Hi!
You want to tell us about him?
So Maverick is 3 weeks old today. He was born on July 8th. And he was a whopping 7 pounds, 5 ounces, 21.5 inches long.
A 9-month work in progress.
Yes, it was a long work in progress. So, and if anybody knows anything about that Knoxville and its southern heat, it was a long process of June and some of July to get this baby out because it is so hot and humid down here.
I've been lucky enough to be here for the past week to see him, and I'm so excited to get to hold him and love on him. And here, let me see for just a second.
Okay.
Give a little close up. Look at this cuteness. Oh.
Here, do you want to take this out?
Yes. Oh, yes, so cute. When he gets kind of fussy, we do this thing that we call the butter churn, which is just raise him up and down like this, and my mom jokes that the milk that we feed him is going to curdle in his stomach and turn into butter. So we call this the butter churn because it calms him down every time, and now he's also called Butterstick and anything that really has to do with butter.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's a really cute nickname that I'm sure is going to be
also
really
kind
happy
of a
about.
tribute to the South if you think about it.
But he's super cute and sweet, and I wanted to
so.
show you guys.
Come here, monkey. You're so cute.
And being super cute. This is the quilt I made him, by the way.
And we love it.
In the flesh, so you guys can actually see it. Yep. So.
Oh yeah, and his Team Ann t-shirt.
Oh. Yes. Riding in style.
This is a surprise from his auntie.
Team Auntie. You know.
You're okay, buddy.
Oh. Thanks for bringing him.
You're welcome. Thanks for showing him off. I'm pretty proud of him.
Yep.
It's the best finished object I've ever made.
Well, probably the best finished object of my life so far, being an aunt.
Well, awesome.
Thanks.
No problem.
Second special guest, who is going to be my co-host and guest star of the episode, needs hardly any introduction, honestly. But that didn't work well.
Pop, pop,
Pop! Dun, dun, dun.
Let's spill champagne all over the baby on the floor.
Let's do that.
That's how we roll.
For sure. I'll let her introduce herself, but
Hi, everybody. I'm Katrina from the Yarn 30 podcast and Cat's Kettle on Instagram and on Etsy. I sell hand-dyed yarn, and I thought I'd come and hang out on Jacqueline's podcast today.
general crafty goddess. So, obviously, I'm sure you guys have seen her on Instagram and Etsy, but obviously, yes, go follow her if you haven't. Just a general PSA. So we're going to both be talking about our finished objects, works in progress, and things that we have acquired recently. Since we're both in the same city, Katrina lives in Knoxville, Tennessee, if you didn't already know that, and we knew each other pre my knitting phase. She's been like in the knitting zone world, if you will, for far longer than I have.
When did you start at Borders? 2007?
Yeah. We met when I worked at Borders Bookstore in 2007. And from
Almost
there...
10 years.
Oh my gosh.
Is that crazy?
Yes,
Almost
it
a
is.
decade we've known each other.
So almost a decade that we have known each other and have continued our friendship since there. I actually started watching your podcast, and that's how I got into knitting, was because I watched you.
Enabler.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Totally. Yep. So I guess we're going to start with talking about the Sweep series, which if you haven't started reading it. What are you doing? What
are you doing?
Yeah, go out and buy it.
Just stop this episode right now. Go get the book and just read it.
Thank you. See?
It's more important than this.
Really, it really is. The Sweep series is a series by Kate Tiernan, and I'm having a little read-along for the series if you haven't already found out about it. There is a whole thread on Ravelry, in the Ravelry group, which is the Brooklyn Knitfolk Ravelry group, by the way, in case you didn't already know it. You had one too. Did you already say that?
What?
About your Ravelry group?
Oh yeah, Yarn 30 podcast has a Ravelry group on Ravelry. I always say Ravelry weird. I always feel weird saying Ravelry.
Ravelry. It's an odd word.
Ravelry. But yeah, Yarn 30 podcast. Yarn 30 is all one word. People have that trouble looking it up a lot. I should have thought that through, but I didn't. And that's what it is. So Yarn 30 podcast.
And yeah, Ravelry. So, Sweep series thread on Ravelry detailing where you can buy the book, and there's also going to be chatter and discussion for every volume. So there are 5 volumes in the series, 14 books total. At the end of every volume, I will post a thread and we can have discussion about the Sweep series. Katrina is going to help me moderate, so
keep the spoilers out.
Yes, except for the actual threads themselves, but don't talk about like upcoming volumes until the thread is about that actual volume.
You decided on a thread per volume, so that's 3 books per thread.
Yep. 5.
Wait.
5 volumes. Oh, 3 books per thread. Okay, yeah, sorry.
5 threads, 3 books per thread.
Yes.
The first book is called Book of Shadows, and
yes.
it started Monday.
Yes, last
when the
Monday.
Started.
We're attempting to read in a 1 book per week speed. So in 3 weeks, that's when...
That's not a problem.
No, trust me. They all end on these crazy cliffhangers. So it just makes you want to keep going.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Every single one. You can't stay up until 5 a.m. and finish a book and be like, okay, I can go to bed now.
Done.
You have to start the next book. This is my first time reading the books.
Not my first
And
time.
I cannot believe I never found these books before, because they're totally my scene when I was in high school.
She made us these earrings, by the way. I don't know if you can see these, but these little pentacle earrings.
Because we're super cool twinsies like that.
Yeah, you know. So, Sweep series read-along. 1 book per week, 1 thread per every volume, and there will be a kind of craft-along at the start of the second volume / book 4. So there will be more information coming about that, but for now just know that that's going to be a thing.
I have a visitor over here.
We have a kitty co-host.
He's been slowly approaching.
Just, coming in. He probably wants the wine.
See you guys.
The champagne. So we're going to start with some finished objects now. Part 2, because Maverick was really the
finished
star.
stuff that Jacqueline made.
Yes.
I don't have any finished objects right now.
Where did I put mine? Oh, here there. Okay, I have 1 finished object. Do you happen to have your sock blocker with you, do you?
No. I would have brought it. I
didn't
was going to
think...
bring you wire hangers so you could make some.
So, my finished object... Oh my gosh. Are these socks? My pseudo Flying North socks. And I was calling them my Professor Umbridge socks, but I think that's kind of not really... It's not really true to Professor Umbridge, if I'm being honest. The color isn't, like, Pepto-Bismol pink enough. And they have green toes, and that doesn't really go with it, but...
This yarn is so pretty.
The yarn is Stitched Together Studio for the body. The heels is Koigu Painter's Palette Premium, and the toe is Yarn Co. in Electric Meadow. This colorway is called Crazy Cat Lady for the body. But yeah, they look like Maria Monska's Flying North socks, but I haven't looked at them. I think that's a toe-up sock, but this one was cuffed down. And I have discovered that I like 2x2 rib the best. I was doing 1x1 twisted rib on all of my previous socks.
So you mentioned that you like that better. So you like it better for the FO, not necessarily in terms of the knitting.
Right. Not as for some reason, like these just wear better, like on my feet. I just like how they feel better
You got
when
20
I'm wearing
rows
them.
there.
Yep, 20 rows of 2x2 rib, and it's easier to knit than 1x1 twisted rib. So I think I'll probably be doing that on all future socks. And this was my first time doing a Fish Lips Kiss heel,
Oh, nice.
which I think turned out pretty well.
It looks
Normally
great.
there's holes and stuff in the edge, but nothing there, and it was super simple to knit. I liked Mina's German short row heel pattern that she used in her Beyond Vanilla Socks collection, but this was like sort of similar in technique-ish, but
So this is like a short row heel?
yeah, a short row heel. Yeah, but I really like it. I did
haven't
find
done a
out
Fish Lips Kiss.
that I was wrong about on the 9-inch circulars that you have to do only short row heels. A lot of people pointed out to me that that's not true, that you can do heel flaps and turns on those. But for some reason, my brain, I don't know.
No, I tried. You either have to shift it off or you're really going to have to work it because it is really hard to do a heel flap on 9-inch circs.
I tried, but it was my first sock
not
too,
worth it.
and it was it seemed
not
weird.
worth it.
So those are done. I'm excited.
They're beautiful. I love them. I
That-
love this yarn. Is that a stellina? Yeah.
Yes, it is. This is what's left over, which, in all honesty, I could probably make another pair of socks out of this. I don't know. I'm not trying to cut them off short and make them shorter, but
They're
I'm
not
always
short
nervous
at
I'm going to
all.
run out of yarn, but they're not short.
That's average.
Yeah. But I have
got,
all
like,
this left
50
over.
grams left?
I don't
That's a
know.
lot.
I should weigh it, but it's a lot.
I'd say that's at least 36 grams.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it.
Okay. Well, I'm going
I
to weigh
worked
it.
in
Let's
yarn.
see.
I know these things.
So that's what's left over from that. Lots from the toes, obviously, so I'll use this somewhere else. But
Why is that still in the mini? How did you just
oh,
wind
I
off
just
what you
I
did?
just wound off from the mini because I didn't need that much. So.
Where'd you get this bag?
Oh well, that's funny you should ask, Katrina.
It's really cute.
This is a Cat's Kettle creation. My favorite bag, actually. This is the one I go to all the
make more of
time.
those.
And I was shoving my dotted rays shawl in this for as long as I possibly could, and eventually it was just like overflowing the bag. I
I've
just
been
like the
contemplating
style.
making some with the Halloween fabrics I got.
They're just really
It's
good for bags and putting
Not
in
a
purses.
fun process.
Is it not?
I'm
I can
gonna
imagine.
lie.
I was
But
looking
they
at
are
this,
really cool bags.
thinking about how I could try to recreate some, but I
This
love
was
it.
before I even decided on my logo.
Oh, really?
There we go. I'm obsessed.
But yeah, a Japanese knot style bag. It's my favorite one. So I use this for as much as I can. Sorry if you can hear Maverick crying in the
Oh,
background.
nobody would be upset about that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's so cute. It's still in the cute stage.
Still
Give him
is.
another month and then it'll be like,
Yeah. So that's
Any
my
more
finished
of those?
project. Nope, that's it. I wanted to get my dotted rays done, but that didn't happen. I'm really close though.
I've not finished anything in so long. I made those little jelly roll socks for Margot. But I've spent the past 2 months of my life dyeing all the yarn, and I just haven't had time to finish anything.
Dying like crazy. I have no
Ugh.
idea how.
These past couple of days have been really weird because I haven't been dyeing, and it's been just like, what do I do with myself today? I don't know. It's like when you have a 4-day weekend or something off of work. It's
Just
weird.
taking a little mini break.
Yeah, but it's right back to it tomorrow. Gotta dye up those Halloween club yarns.
Ooh.
It's going out at the beginning of next week.
I didn't get a club, but I should have. I'm just so bad about clubs because I'm really, really picky. And I should have known that yours would probably be okay for me because everything you do.
You never know, though. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just find that, like, if I don't like it, then I'm like, what am I going to do with that? And most of the time, the dyers will end up releasing it later on. So, like, I don't have to
I'm
be
not
the
planning
first.
on it.
So, an ultra
I might
exclusive.
make an exception for you because you're my friend. But I wanted to do it exclusive because A, that gives a reason for joining the yarn club, and B, that leaves me the freedom to kind of play around a lot in the dye pots.
Yeah, and not take
knowing that I
notes
have a
and have
set
to-
number of skeins to dye. Once I dye them, they're done. So I don't have to do something that's easy to repeat.
Yeah.
You know, I can get really complex and have a lot of fun with it. So
To me, I feel like that's what yarn dyers should do, honestly, is, like, make it only exclusive for that club. Like, why repeat it?
yeah.
I don't know. That's just
It
my
makes it
opinion on
special.
Yeah, exactly. That's what people are paying for. So, works in progress next. Do you want to go
Whips.
first?
Sure.
'Cause
I'll
I
go
just talked
first.
about mine.
I was looking on my Instagram to gauge when I started this, even though I could have looked on Ravelry because I actually keep really good track of my project page. But I started this, I cast this on in February. And it sat for a long time. It languished for a while because I had knit pretty much the full body of the shawl, but I wanted to do this thing with adding on borders to it, and it sat for forever because I had to dye the yarn, and then I just got caught up in other projects. But I'm so close.
Plus, it's your own
Relatively
pattern.
close. Oh yeah, I've designed this as I go along. So this is a pattern free. I'll release, or not release, but I'll be really thorough on Ravelry about what I used, like how I put it together, and like the actual lace charts and stuff that I used to
This
put
is the
together.
first time I've seen this in person, and oh my god.
It's kind of huge.
It's so big.
So this is Miss Babs Yowza, a skein of Yowza, and this is really a full skein. I'll show you what I have left.
This is gonna be so cozy.
I know.
So thick.
Oh, I
and
can't
squishy.
wait to wrap myself up in it on cold winter nights.
Sorry,
It's gonna be
scratch you.
great. This is what I have left
Of the Miss Babs.
of the Miss Babs.
How much was in that?
I
Do you
believe
remember?
it's 150 grams. I have the tag. Right, y'all.
Because I remember the skein being pretty big.
It's huge.
Yeah.
They have... It's a heavy DK weight, basically a worsted weight.
Yeah.
And it is 560 yards 8 ounces. So
I
that's
remember
like,
when I saw this in the
that's like
skein.
2 skeins.
This looks totally different knit up than it did in the skein to me. I
It
had my
does.
doubts, and you were like, pick this out, and I was like, okay, but
I was
then I
kinda
saw
worried.
it. I'm shocked. It looks it's beautiful.
I usually stray away from like green, brown, variegated yarns because it goes really fast into the camo look territory.
But this doesn't.
But this
look like
doesn't.
that. Yeah.
So
Gorgeous. Do a little close up.
it's a
Look at
3
this.
wedge shawl. So your standard like triangular shawl is generally 2 wedges, right? This has 3 wedges.
Did
So
you
it
do
just
all
got
3
an
at once?
extra set. Yeah, I
two
started
and
at the
then pick
top
up.
and I've got a garter stitch section here and here, and then this diamond lace chart from a book that I have here. It's kind of hard to see without something behind it and with a variegated yarn. Maybe?
Maybe. See?
But I just knit that until I was actually weighing what I had left of the cake on these last few rows, and when I saw that I wouldn't have enough to do another row, that's where I stopped. And then I left all the stitches live, and I picked up, I cast on at one end for this little lace motif here, and did an applied border.
I love
And
this
then-
applied border. Where did you find where'd you come up with this?
This, I can give you the website for your show notes.
So
It's a website that Mina from the Knitting Expat referred me to.
Oh, cool.
It's like a stitch index online, and it has a ton.
Oh.
And it's like an old school website. It's not all fancy with ads and flash and all that stuff. Like it's very basic, which I like about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's very simple and easy to navigate. But I found this one on there, and I did that as an applied border. And now, for the extra border, because I'm a glutton for punishment, apparently, this is taking so long. I'm about halfway through.
Oh, wow.
I'm knitting this little, I'm like showing it to you and not the camera.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Me first. This little picot lace edging, and I've got this. Okay, the sections are weird. The middle section has live stitches, and they're on waste yarn,
Oh, okay.
and that's this like mosaic motif.
This looks very like King Midas.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Is like King Midas, a tomb out in the jungle somewhere
Yeah.
in a temple or something. But the edges of this are finished. So when I'm knitting the edging on this, I just pick up a stitch. I slipped a stitch on each row for the edge. I
To
don't know
make
if
it
you can
easier
see
to
that.
pick up in that.
So that I could pick up.
Yeah.
But then on
Oh.
these sections,
Did this extra edge also come from that website that Mina gave you?
no, that is from this beauty.
Oh.
Knitting on the edge. Picked up at the McKay one day. This
McKay
is the
is
one
a
with the
local
fugly
bookstore.
sweater in it. Remember that
Oh.
with the pom-poms?
Yes.
I'm not going to look it up, but still. But yeah, I'm very close to being very done with that. And then also in the corners here, I wanted to continue. I felt like if I just knit this edging straight across the bottom of the shawl, it would end up more rounded, and I wanted
Yeah.
to maintain that like
Square,
angular
yeah,
shape.
yeah.
So I did these weird little, I think I wrote down how I did it, I don't remember, but they're just little triangles
Yeah.
to
That's
keep
cool.
it
To keep
angular
it
and
square.
shapy.
Cool.
I don't really know what all to say about it because it's all just been like, as I go along, I decide what I'm going to do.
So this is Pico?
It's like a picot lace.
Okay.
edging.
Because it's
like
not
a-
as like Pico points as I imagine.
well, it
to
calls
be.
it eyelet points.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So it's like this one here, little eyelets.
I've never knit anything with a Pico edge before. I like this.
Picot is different because you like cast on a few stitches and then you bind off a few stitches and make these little bobbly bundles.
Mhm.
But it's just a little pointed edge.
I love this.
I feel like that'll make it easier to block. If I get some blocking wires, I can just lace through all the points,
Yep.
stretch it out how I want it, and go. And it's gonna be huge.
Yeah, it
It's gonna
already
be, like,
is.
double
this
this
is, like,
size.
pre-blocking.
Oh, I'm so
I can't
excited.
imagine this lace too blocked out.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be so beautiful.
So if this is 8 ounces, that's like 2 skeins of yarn for the Miss Babs. And then this is a full skein. I
so
used almost
soft.
the entire skein.
It's softer knit up too.
So in the end, it'll be at least like 3.5 skeins worth of yarn.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Yep.
I love it.
Beautiful.
So that's that for my whip.
Speaking of 3.5 skeins of yarn, this dotted rays project.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
I thought I was gonna be done with it by this time,
You
but
have flown through that thing.
I have. It's just such an enjoyable process. The dotted rays pattern is so similar, if not, I mean not exactly the same, but so similar to the first part of the doodler, it's like knit in the same way. And it's going to be hard to show this because it's like all scrunched up. But I love all the color palettes.
That color palette is gorgeous.
I'm finally on the cat sandwich fibers, which was my whole basis for this color palette. I like made the whole color palette. Yep. Off of the cat sandwich fibers. And this is the Mookaite Jasper.
Has got it going on.
She does.
MJ.
Seriously.
She's awesome.
Her updates sell out
every single one.
Super fast now,
Gorgeous.
too. She had an update yesterday, and I was 30 minutes late to it, and I was like, oh,
All gone?
okay. All gone. After 30 minutes.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good
seriously.
for you if you're watching MJ.
She deserves every bit of success.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this yarn, though. So, so pretty. And this is what it looks like. Knit up.
That makes me think of river stones. The colors of like river and creek stones. It's so pretty.
So, yeah, it's going to be giant.
So what have you got in here?
So far, Yarn Co. Mocha, Plucky Knitter Ogre is the green.
What's that base?
Primo Fingering, it's got cashmere in it, MCN. This Sparkle Stellina one is Sweet Sparrow Yarns in the Sarah Crew colorway. It's got gold Stellina, which is my favorite kind of Stellina. Yarn Co. and Fog is that purple one. There isn't a ton of contrast between this and the Madeline Tosh, which is an antique lace, but I'm not super bothered by it.
In person.
Yeah, it's fine now, but when I first started, when I was knitting it, I was concerned because there wasn't a lot of contrast compared to the other ones. It just seemed like a big blob of neutral, but now in person I think it's okay. And then this Koigu Painter's Palette Premium, and they don't name their colorways, but it's some neon black speckle, and then now the Mookaite Jasper cat sandwich fibers, and I have been doing 2 wedges in one color and then moving on, no stripe in between.
So the regular shawl, each of these would have been 2 wedges.
Yeah, exactly. 2 wedges per color. And then after that, I have one left.
So pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Is the Madeline Tosh Tart, which I have not done the washing and heat setting yet, but I will. So thank you to Katrina and everybody else who has given me all the suggestions about how to heat set this.
You got other people too?
Yeah, a lot of people. Some people recommend color catchers. Andy apparently from Andre Students talked about doing this.
It kind of helped with her geranium shawl to get a little bit of the excess out.
So, but yeah, this is Madeline Tosh Merino Light in Tart, and it's notorious for bleeding. This particular colorway from this particular dyer is known for it, but it's going to be the last color on the shawl once it's done. So, and this is going to be giant, because this whole skein will be used up according to the calculations, and this whole skein will be as well.
Oh, that's going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. My sister and my mom both joke that like all I want to make is shawls, and it's true. I never thought I was going to be a shawl person. When I first started knitting, I was like, who wants to make shawls?
Like, why
That's dumb.
isn't that what everybody makes all the time?
Yeah.
Shawls and socks. I don't get it.
Yeah, but I love making them just because they're not fitted, so it's not so much pressure to make sure that they
Gauge.
Yeah, exactly. Could just go with it and do fun colors and stuff. But
All the shawls.
all the shawls, all the time.
These shawl ladies.
Basically. But I do use them though. I leave them in my office and wear them in my office because my office is freezing, so I just like rotate. And all of the girls that sit like in my row, they like borrow them too, so we just have them all the time. So
You're
I
a
think,
shawl lady.
I think
They're
that
like,
because,
hey, shawl lady, can I get a
exactly.
shawl?
Can I get a shawl? Which they do
Chilly
ask
lady.
me for, and I think since they like love them and wear them so much, I may actually make one for them as a present.
Like one collective office shawl.
No, like for my 2 favorite people, and that's it. No one else.
It'd be an excuse to make more shawls.
Exactly.
Because you kind of get to the point where you're like, am I ever going to wear all of these shawls?
Which is the point I'm starting to approach, is that's really what I make most of the time. So I think I want to make Mina's sugar plum shawl though for one of them.
Oh, that one's really pretty.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's like reversible, so they don't have to like worry about wearing it on one side versus the other, because it's mostly garter and eyelets. So you have to like have a right side.
This is actually going to be like my 3rd finished shawl. Like the doodler was just my 2nd, and the first one was one I made a year ago, and I never wear it because the yarn was super scratchy. It was like an alpaca yarn. So the doodler has just been it. That's what I've been wearing constantly. Well, when it's cold outside. Not right now.
Yeah.
Obviously. But I'm really excited to have another shawl that can be like a house shawl that I can wear around the house. Because my doodler, I like to keep it nice because it looks so cool, and I like to wear it and style it and stuff.
It's such a cool shawl.
But I need more shawls. I have tons of shawls sitting around that haven't been finished yet, but
Like the
finished
summer
objects.
in Kansas. I liked that
Oh my
one.
gosh. That's what I'm thinking about pulling out for the graveyard cow. I'm thinking about it. Maybe.
Yeah. But I have my doodler and my void and my...
Oh yeah, the void. I wish you'd brought that. I know it's hot
I
and
know. It's so
luggage
soft,
space and all that stuff.
which I know.
I just want to touch it though.
It is.
Go on and on about
It's
it.
amazing.
I've never touched that
Amazing.
one.
Yeah. And the one I made out of Kristen's Gashly Crumb colorway. So pretty. So those are my shawls.
Yeah, and you did one out of one of my colorways too.
Oh
You
yeah,
got a lot of shawls.
That's true. I gave that one as a gift for Mother's Day.
You're on it.
Yep.
I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, what have I finished?
What
I
have
don't
I
know. I've got a project page full of finished objects, so obviously I've been doing something.
It feels like I
What
haven't been
hats?
finishing things in forever, but I feel like a lot of people have been saying that they haven't. It's just
Yeah.
castonitis is rampant right now.
Yes, and summer.
Yes.
You're knitting something that you can't even use right away.
Maybe that's the problem is because of the heat you get castonitis because you get to a point where you just cannot have this in your lap anymore unless you're
Oh, yeah.
sitting in front of the
This
air conditioner.
thing is a blanket.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So that's probably why. But yeah, dotted rays, all the yarns.
Stephen West.
Stephen West, yes. Which
Once
if you've never
again.
knit one of his patterns, they're really really fun. I feel like a lot of them are a similar construction, or like ideas and that he uses and techniques, but they're really fun and clear. And if you haven't done like a mystery knit along, the next time he does one, I think that was really fun.
Oh, that was fun. And it was so last minute the way we did it. We were
Mhm.
like, no, let's do it.
Yeah, and I was like on that date and like couldn't
That's awesome.
focus on the date, and I was like, what colors am I going to use in my Stephen
This
West
seems
mystery
kind of
knit-along?
like, if you love the doodler, but just the first section, try the dotted rays
Yeah,
shawl.
that's exactly
Those
what
little
it is.
fragrance taglines.
Yep.
He should have those on his patterns.
Yep.
If you love this, try
Try
this.
this. Yep. But yeah, I love this, especially the cat sandwich fibers. I was just like working away, starting after the fog colorway, this purple one, which I love Yarn Co's, by the way. Her yarns are so pretty. But if after that, I was just kind of waiting to get to the cat sandwich fibers because that's what I made this whole palette out of. So
It's beautiful.
yeah. All right, what you got?
Oh, okay.
You're next.
I only brought 2 whips over today because a joint episode, I figured it would be long enough. But I wanted to bring stuff to show off. And these are my 2 projects that I'm working on religiously right now. I've got too many whips. Like you said, with castonitis, it's ridiculous. I have 3 sock whips. I've got like 2 shawl whips. I was gung-ho about that, what's it called? Equinox cowl? The trees?
Oh,
Riza?
yeah, Riza.
Riza knits. And it's beautiful, but I just got distracted by the things. But this is something they've got at the Grocery Girls. They're doing a ho-he along. And this is a pattern that I had been wanting to make for forever, and then I cast it on, and then I found out about the ho-he along, which I actually didn't understand or didn't realize that this was a ho-he pattern. She's one of those designers that I have like 10 of her patterns in my favorites and in my queue, but I never connected the dots. I'm really terrible about that, about not actually looking at the designers.
Yep.
And on a Grocery Girls episode, they were showing something, one of her patterns, and I was like, I recognize that girl's face. And then I started looking through my favorites, and I was connecting the dots, and I was like, oh, apparently I love Ho-He Locatelli. That's why everybody's talking about her, because she's awesome.
I do that with Michelle Wong's patterns. I did that for a while. I had and Melanie Berg. Both of them.
Melanie Berg, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will make a Drakenfels one day.
Yeah.
Drakenfels?
Drakenfels, I think.
Drakenfels?
I don't know.
Yeah, so this is the Japan Sleeves sweater, which I hope to finish. This is ambitious, but I hope to finish it for the Ho-He along for the Grocery Girls, which runs through August 31st.
Nice. It could be your Rhinebeck sweater.
That I wish I could come to New York and hang out with you. Drop stitches. How did that happen? Hang out with you and go to Rhinebeck. That would be so fun. Not
The
this
dream.
year. Not this year. That's what I say. I don't say never. I just say not this year. I think I'll be able to fix that later. I just like drop 2 stitches.
Black.
So, like I was saying, this is very ambitious of me to say that I want to finish this by August, because obviously this is all I have done.
Is it, what's the body?
But this is the most intensive part, and the rest of it is
Oh.
like stockinette stripes.
Okay.
And I feel like I can just bang that out
Yeah,
once I've
I
got
love a
this
good
part
stripe.
done. Stripes.
Yeah.
Stripes today. But this, I feel like it's almost pointless to try to show it because it's black. I was telling Jacqueline and complaining the other day about how black is the worst choice for lace. I love the look of black lace, but it is so difficult to knit. You just can't see it.
It's so
And a
pretty.
really important part for me of knitting lace is being able to read your knitting.
Yeah.
Like if I have any hope of
wow.
getting the swing of the pattern, I have to be able to read my knitting so I can think about where it's going to go next. Because you can usually, even with longer patterns, you get to a point when you've done enough repeats
I don't know if that's gonna show
that you can predict where it's going to go next. But this is a pretty intricate chart. I'll show you the chart. Let's see. I printed out a bigger one. Margot scribbled on
wow.
it. Yeah. And the thing about this lace chart is that it's a 2-row, or it goes on both sides.
Oh.
So, like, with the lace that I have on my Midas shawl, you have your right side rows are where all the stuff happens, and then the wrong side rows are just purl.
Mm-hmm.
And those are much easier laces to work. In this lace, every single row has something different happening. And it's kind of hard to keep track. It's kind of
Very, yeah.
eye-crossing to look at.
Sure.
So that, I mean, I'm not afraid of lace. I do okay with lace.
I've never
But-
knit lace before. Would you say it's typical that it has the way, like, that this one is, or the way that your, like, Midas shawl is, where you knit the pearl, like this, not boring, but you know,
Most
plain
laces
stuff
that
on the
you
back.
find are just purl across the back.
Okay.
A lot of them. This is definitely a more advanced lace pattern, I would say, to have stuff going on both sides. But I've got about 6 repeats of the chart, and I got kind of antsy and was trying to see if I could count how many repeats are on there, and I think it's about 7. So I think I'm very close. I mean, it's supposed to be like your shoulder to your
Yeah.
wrist.
Oh, yeah, so you've got, like, maybe
So I'm like a
3 or
repeat
4,
and a
yeah.
half away.
What's
and also
the
it
yarn?
blocks out too. This is Knitpicks Capretta.
Oh.
It's their cashmere fingering weight yarn.
I remember when you got that. I keep seeing this online and thinking I want to buy it, and I've never felt it in person. It is pretty soft, though. What do you think about it?
I think that it was the first cashmere yarn that I had encountered, and I was expecting to have this, like,
Epiphany.
you know, angel choir singing moment when I opened it
Yeah,
and
yeah.
touched it, and when I
not
touched
that.
it, it was a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it's not soft, because it is.
It is.
And it's especially soft when it blocks out. I made
Mhm.
a cowl for my sister at Christmas, and when I block that bad boy out, it is angel cloud soft. It's wonderful.
It's quite squishy. It's got a bounce to it.
Oh yeah. It's nice. It's definitely different from your standard
Yeah.
wools. And then for the stripes,
Ugh.
it's going to be 2 of my own
So
yarns.
pretty.
This is my Darkest Heart colorway that originated as in one of my colorwork kits. And then
that.
this, I have 2 skeins of it, was a blurple misfire that didn't quite work out.
That's amazing. That looks almost like patina, like it's been patinaed.
I was going to try to dye over it or something. I didn't know what to do with it. And then it ended up Destiny on the table next to some of the Darkest Heart skeins. And I was like, oh
meant
my god.
to be.
They
Meant to
belong
be.
together.
Yeah, they do. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty.
Oh, I'm
so
so
pretty.
excited.
That's
And then with the
pattern
black,
again,
black
stripes.
lace sleeves.
So cool.
Very, a little gothy.
So how does the rest of it work? Do you like pick up the stitches all along the edge and then start? Is it like in the round or
Yeah,
pieces?
so you
or-
have to have both lace panels finished before you can do anything else on the sweater. And the pattern doesn't tell you to knit them 2 at a time, but I'm just in that mind space because that's how I do socks, 2 at a time always. And I cannot imagine knitting a whole one of these and then having to start another one. I would never do it. But I'm knitting them 2 at a time. I would highly recommend it if you're going to try to do this pattern. And then you lay them out like this, and you pick up stitches
Okay.
along the edge, and then I think you cast on for the neck, and then you pick up along the other edge. And
Makes
it's
sense.
done to where she doesn't have any with her arms out, but the stripes, if you have your arms out, the stripes go this
Oh,
way.
okay. Cool.
So you're not knitting the arm around, you're knitting it side to side. And then I think you do ribbing on the edge. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I really think the lace panel is going to be the biggest hurdle. That after I finish the lace, I really think it's going to fly.
Yeah.
Because I'll be able to just do it without paying attention. Right now I have to only knit on it when I can really sit down and pay attention to what I'm doing.
What makes it so difficult to knit with black yarn? Is it just because it blends in with the neat? Like how is? I don't understand.
Just low lighting.
Oh.
It's really difficult. It has dog hair all over it. That's nice.
Pet owners unite, you know.
It's really difficult when I'm sitting there on the couch at night to see the stitches.
Gotcha.
Look at all that dog hair. That's awful.
I wonder if you had needles like the marbles, like where they're really, really bright. Not, I mean, those wouldn't be very fun because they kind of have some grab to them, I think. But if that would make it easier if the needle was really bright to be able to see underneath it.
I don't know. I think also it's the specific sort of haze that this yarn has to it. It's got kind of a halo going, which is fine for the finished object, but for knitting it, it makes it kind of hard to see.
I definitely want to add this to my queue. This is something I would totally wear.
It's going to be well worth it in the end, for sure. I'm going to finish it. I am.
How long are you going to make it? It's pretty long on hers. It's like almost tunic length. Maybe not quite tunic, but
I'm a big fan of the tunic length sweater.
Yeah. I feel like I like cropped things for my body type more. Little baby crying. Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
another big whip.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
My other works in progress, I didn't bring a whole lot of them with me just because I'm traveling, so I know I'm not going to work on everything. I did have some yarn caked up to start some socks, but I think
This bag is so cute.
I know, they're cute. Hedgehog
nice.
bag. That's from Jen Engelbrett, from Engelbrett Makes. Where did I put it?
That is a high quality fabric right there.
This will be my next socks. I know. It's
so
really pretty. It is pretty.
What is that?
That's the Druzy Rising one in
so
taffy, which is really super pretty yarn. But I'm holding off on casting them on until I finish one of my more major projects because I have this dotted raise. This is, yeah.
They look really small for some reason.
Yep. Yep. 2 cakes. Taffy,
Is it a single?
blue pink. Yeah, it's a single, and it has silk in it though, so it should be okay for socks. It's really soft. And a good speckling. But I want to hold off on casting this on until I finish one of my shawls because I have the dotted rays, Exploration Station, which I'll talk about in a second, and the Hetty shawl. So I need to finish at least 1.5 of those. Maybe I should work on finishing this too even before I...
When I was watching your last episode and you were like, and I've just passed the halfway point, so I do this in the other direction now, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say that you were really close to being done and you're halfway.
It's just,
on that border.
Yeah, and it goes by, when I sit down to work on it, it goes by all right, but it's just so slow with the cabling on the cable needle, and it's not a really thick cable, it's only passing it over one stitch, or I don't know how to, I've done that Stephen West one was a lot of stitches behind a cable.
That was your first cable.
It was. Basically what I'm trying to say is I could do cabling without a cable needle.
Okay.
And I need to teach myself that, and I just haven't yet, and I don't know why, because it would make the process probably a lot faster.
I definitely prefer lace knitting to cable knitting.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've done anything super lacy, so I don't know how I feel about that.
I like the look of cables, just knitting them, it drives me crazy.
Yeah. Exploration Station. I love this project so much, but I just kept getting stuck on the brioche, so while I was here, I was going to see if Katrina would be lovely enough to teach me.
I totally forgot to look at the pattern. But I think we can figure it out. We'll be fine.
So finally she's going to teach me how to do the brioche, and I will get that section done and then hopefully be flying off the rest of this. I would still say, because his shawl rows get so long as Stephen West shawls do, that this project is probably not even 50% done yet, because there's the brioche and then another section and a section after that.
It's not even a crazy brioche though. It's like a striped brioche, right? It's just vertical stripes.
Yep.
It won't be hard.
Yeah.
I have a good chunk of a brioche chevron shawl or wrap or cowl or something so I'm familiar with the way that he writes brioche.
Honestly, his instructions to me seemed the clearest out of anything I was trying to teach myself, just reading his instructions, then trying to watch the videos. I don't know what it was, but...
Bark yo bark.
This is the Exploration Station as it currently is. The dark green is a Woolen Vine Yarns in Venus Flytrap. This one's Woolen Vine Yarns in Succulents. This one's Hedgehog Fibers in Urchin. Yep. And this stripe / first one right there is...
What's that one that looks like money?
What is it called? It's this one. And now I can't remember what it is, and I was obsessed with it when I bought it. At Gauge Intention.
Oh, what is it?
What is it?
That's gonna drive me crazy.
What is it? Oh my gosh. I'll put it on the screen.
It's not hedgehog, is it?
No, it's not. She overdyes Scanny Dipping.
Yeah?
That's what it is. Yes. Scanny Dipping in Light Hearth colorway.
Nice.
Thank you. I don't know why I could come up with the colorway name faster than the dyer, but this color palette is inspired by, in my mind, the Pacific Northwest. Rainy Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Really excited.
I'm obsessed with that color palette. I'm obsessed with all the color palettes you put together. They're always so
Thank you.
Soft. They're colors individually that I usually wouldn't lean towards, but when I see the knitted objects come together, it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
It's like you can see the objects.
I feel like this is maybe more, well, I wouldn't say it's super colorful, but my crazy colorful things I like reserve for socks most of the time, just because they're only on my
It would
feet.
look great.
Hmm.
If you had like one line, one ridge.
Of neon peach.
Of neon peach. That's exactly what I was going to say, yes.
So,
Neon peach. Would that look crazy or what?
It would look really
awesome.
cool. The grocery girls were talking, what were they saying? You were talking about this the other day, how they have like a
Oh,
signature
about
color.
having a signature.
Tracy was saying
that about my fluorescent flamingo color, about
Yeah.
how it could be that kind of color that just goes with everything, and you could just add a little bit of it to all of your projects,
Yeah.
and it would be like your signature.
your signature color. I think that concept is really cool. I feel that way about neon peach, and I'll put a picture of it on the screen for you to see what it looks like if you don't know already. It goes with everything. Everything.
And fluorescent flamingo is very much the same color, except it's a more consistent color. Neon peach has it goes from pinks to corals to oranges, whereas fluorescent flamingo is pretty consistent, like a semi-solid color throughout.
Mhm.
It's not like a tonal or
I love
anything.
that color too. Your socks, the flamingo socks that you made with it.
I
So
love
good.
them.
Yep.
I haven't worn them. I haven't worn any of my socks.
Me neither, 'cause it's been too hot. I
Too
don't
hot.
bother with socks and shoes in the summer, only sandals.
Can I say though, I have a pair of socks I knit last winter. They're made out of Plymouth Yarn's Happy Feet 100 Splash. That speckledy yarn we were looking at
Mhm. Yep.
loop fill the other day. And I noticed, and I'm kind of worried now because I didn't think about this when knitting the socks I've knit this year, but I would wear them a lot last winter and they would actually kind of make the soles of my feet hurt.
Oh, really?
And I remember
They're so thick?
a long time ago, forever ago, on Wool and Vine's podcast, she talked about how for her husband, she has to knit the princess sole because he complains about the pearl bumps hurting his
Oh.
feet.
What's the princess sole?
It's basically doing it to where it's stockinette against your feet and the pearl bumps are on
Oh,
the
so you have
outside.
to knit pearl, you basically have to purl everything on the bottom side? Oh, interesting.
It seems like it would be a pain to do, but I actually am now thinking I see the value in doing it that way.
I will say that this is obviously thicker than any pair of socks I've ever owned that's like a commercially bought pair of socks.
Oh, they feel so good on your feet.
I'm sure they do, but I cannot imagine. I mean, I haven't worn them out and about yet, any of my hand knit socks, but they are really, really thick. So I wonder if that would be the same. But
It's definitely something I noticed more on days where I was out and about a lot, like trudging around town, carrying my toddler, you know,
yeah.
heavy walking day, not a good time for wearing hand knit socks maybe.
And I effed up this Kitchener stitch. This looks so bad.
I
don't
am
know.
terrible at Kitchener stitch. I avoid it at
This
all
one is
costs.
really great. This one's really not. Melissa, on her recent episode, I was watching it really,
I
really
watched
late while
it.
watching the baby.
Spicy
so
homemaker.
such a good podcast, you
I love
guys.
her.
She just brings the community together in ways that nobody else is. But she was doing like a little tutorial of sorts of like how to remember to do the Kitchener stitch, like using like
Mnemonic devices,
mnemonic
yeah.
devices. So I need to go back and watch that and do that because that's one of those things that I like should just commit to memory because I'm going to be
Perfection.
using it all the time. So
I
just
do.
show-
I have to look it up every time. It's a
I'll show
nitty.
you. Look how bad that looks right there. I'm just being real. But this one looks great. This one does not.
I use the nitty.com
Nitty.com.
Kitchener.
I just Google like Kitchener stitch and
The one you use is probably Nitty.
Yeah.
Nitty.com is where a lot of that stuff comes from.
Hmm.
It's a great resource.
Yeah.
But I've been doing the star toe recently, and I don't mind it.
The
It doesn't
star toe-
look great
it's just the look of
when
it.
you're looking at the sock, but when I wear it, it looks fine. And you don't have to
Yeah.
Kitchener. I hate Kitchener. Speaking of Melissa, we're actually co-hosting a Advent calendar along.
I saw. I didn't know that you guys were going to co-host together. That's really cool.
It's an idea that we actually came up with last Christmas, like right before Christmas. We had talked about putting it together for this year to do like all year long,
Mhm.
but it kind of just fell. We didn't really do it. I wasn't in a place where I could do it at the time, and it didn't come together. But now she's finally initiated it, and she asked if I wanted to co-host still, and I was like, sure, let's do it.
It's going to be so fun. You're going to get
It's
such
gonna
cool
be
stuff with
awesome.
that. Tell if you don't already know. Go ahead.
It's on Melissa on the Spicy Homemakers forum on Ravelry is where the details are. But there's 2 levels. You can sign up to do one where
Is it like
you-
25 skeins?
25 minis.
25,
And they
okay.
have to be, I think, like 5
Okay.
grams each or 7 grams each.
The large swap is 25 mini skeins that are at least 6 grams, and the small swap is 5 mini skeins that have at least 7 grams.
Yes, and you can sign up to be domestic or international. And what it is you're basically making an advent calendar to send to someone who you will be partnered with. So you'll have a specific partner from the get-go. You'll know them. We're going to try to get people, I think maybe to do a little questionnaire so they can get to know each other a little better.
That's cool.
And then
and it's kind of more upscale too, right? Because it's all indie dyers only.
Yes, it's indie dyers only, and I
and
think
like
a
Madeline
max
Tosh,
of
like
4
commercial indie dyers.
from any one indie dyer.
Yep, that's what she said.
So you create an advent calendar and send it to your swap partner, and then come Christmas time, we'll all have minis to open either once a day or once a week, and then a special one for Christmas Day with like a little extra something in it, like a stitch marker or something like that.
Yep.
And I think we also talked about trying to have some kind of something you send right away.
Oh yeah,
to
so you can
kinda-
open it right at the beginning.
Yeah, keep the excitement going
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yep.
So the dates, let me look at that.
September
So everyone who wants to
or August
participate,
31st.
you need to sign up by August 31st. You just go to the thread on the Spicy
Or-
Homemaker podcast
yeah, August
group
1st.
by August 31st and say, I want to do this swap or this swap. I want to be domestic, international, whatever. And then she'll partner everybody in September, and we're looking to mail out November 1st. So that come hell or high water, people will have their
Everything's
packages
got- yeah.
for December.
That's a good idea.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
It'll be really fun. You should join.
I
You should
should.
at least do the little one.
Yes, okay, maybe I'll do the little one. I've just been so
five
bad
minis?
this summer. The
That's
summer has
easy.
been like so crazy. I know everybody says that, so it's like an
Look at how
excuse
much of
and
that
it's
cat
terrible.
lady yarn you got left over.
I know, it's true. I do. I have a lot. I definitely have the yarn to send. It's just like getting to the post office, which is hard for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I participated in the Christmas in July podcaster swap, and oh my gosh, Shara, I'm so sorry. I like still haven't mailed out that package. I am the worst. I am seriously the worst.
July's over.
And I know, July is over
in like
now.
48 hours.
Shara,
The post
I'm
office
so
is
sorry.
open this weekend, but your stuff isn't here.
I plan on sending you the most badass package just to apologize for my lapse in like being good at this. And it's, I'm sorry. But I will get it sent out. So that's why I'm trying to like curb my swap signing up for it, because it sounds great in theory, but like it's just so much work because I want to do a great job. And
Yeah.
swaps also kind of give me some anxiety sometimes.
But I mean, 5 minis.
yeah, that's true. And
That's
this is like
such an
very
easy,
specific about what you're sending. That I kind of appreciate
Yeah.
personally. But
And you'll swap like a Christmas card.
yeah, that's true. I should.
Because I remember last year, everyone kind of, I remember this collective on the social network, as I like to call it, between Ravelry and Instagram and the podcast and stuff. You had this kind of collective, oh man, I wish that I had got, what was it, Opal. Opal Yarns has that awesome advent
Yeah,
calendar.
it's
It's like this
huge.
block, and you get a little mini scan of yarn every day. And they were limited, and they sold out really fast and all that stuff. And people were kind of, I wish there was more of something like that. And that's what me and Melissa were thinking, like, if you are making it yourself, I mean, we swap minis amongst each other all the time.
Yeah, might as well.
And I'm already really bad about if I'm swapping minis, I'll wind off from a skein I haven't even used yet.
Oh yeah, I mean, I did that for like half of my dotted rays project too. But anyway.
So, but I mean, that's an option, you know,
Yeah.
even if you're sitting there thinking, well, I don't have enough minis laying around, you know, well, there's a good chance a lot of us have
7 extra
a
grams.
stash.
Yeah.
You can
A stash?
totally-
No.
I think that the minimum or the minimum size for the big swap is like 5 grams each.
Okay.
Or maybe 7
6
grams.
or 7. I have it
6
open.
or
Let me look.
7.
6 grams for the 25 mini skeins, 7 grams for the 5 mini skeins.
Yeah.
So totally
totally
doable.
spare that.
Yeah, I can totally spare 7
I mean,
grams
seeing
from
how much you had
projects.
left over from your socks, you
Yeah.
can totally spare that.
So you want 7 minis of stitched
Well, I was
together?
kinda like, it's a good thing she put that limitation of 4 from any one dyer on there, because I was
Yeah.
like, I have a lot
Cat's
of
Kettle.
Cat's Kettle
I'll take that
minis
one.
laying around.
Yeah. So you wanted to talk about Cal real quick?
Oh, I feel
Another
bad because
one.
I also just talked about the Advent along, but that's not really a knit along.
Yeah.
It's just a Advent
Just
calendar swap.
aside.
It's a swap. It's different from a cal,
Different.
right? So over on my podcast, I'll be back next week. It's been about, I think, like 5 weeks since I last recorded because the summer has been
Has it really?
really crazy.
It doesn't feel like, maybe just because I talk to you all the time.
It might have been 4 weeks at this point, but by the time I put up an
Yeah.
episode, it'll be 5 weeks. Sorry, guys. I've been busy. But I mentioned on my last episode, and I will go into very great detail on my next episode next week, I'm going to do what I'm calling a graveyard cow. And the object of this knit along is going to be to dig up our long languishing projects. And I'm talking like long languishing projects, like stuff you
Beyond
knit
the grave.
a while ago. Because there's so many of us, we have projects that, I don't know, you have yarn that's just sitting there that if it weren't tied up in that project, you would totally use it.
Really
Or something that you really cared about enough to cast on at one point in time and got distracted. So I'm going to try to motivate people. It'll be, like I said, I'll go into more detail next week, but the main thing will be that you will put up whatever projects you plan to deal with, and you'll decide whether you're going to vanquish them by
demons.
frogging them or to resurrect them and hopefully have a finished object. And they'll be, you'll be able to enter however many projects you enter. If you at least frog it, the whole thing, or finish it, you'll be able to enter into a giveaway. And I've got some great prizes lined up already.
That's a new thing, like get prizes for frogging the whole, like it takes a lot of courage to
it
frog
does.
projects. It really does.
It's hard. That's why we don't do it.
I know.
You just put it in a bag and you put it away.
You always
think
like
about
feel
it.
guilty or sad,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? That's a really good idea. I didn't think about
But
that.
I mean, no yarn is too far gone.
Yeah.
Even if it's all crimpy, you can, maybe I'll put up like a video tutorial on how to deal with yarns that are crimpy or something so people won't be so afraid to do it. Because it's really easy to reset yarn. All you have to do is give yarn a soak and it brings it back to life.
Yeah.
So all of these things, and it's around, Halloween. It'll start September 1st. It will end October 31st. And I'm going to be opening the thread for discussion August 1st. Because I feel like it's something that we might want to have some chatter beforehand about. Because one of the hardest parts about going back into an old project is picking up where you left off. Especially if it's something that has like lace or cables. There's this whole thing you gotta push through of figuring out where you were. Because I am now, but I've not always been great about keeping track of where I am on like lace charts and stuff.
I write that down every time when I leave it now. At least right now. But we'll see.
But I'm hoping to get a lot of people in there talking so that we can bounce ideas off of each other and seek advice, help. I don't know where I'm at. Can someone help me how to figure out? Because, it can be hard to jump back into something.
Or even inspiring someone to finish something. I know,
Right.
like, some projects, they're like, oh, I can't wait to see that finish. And that really pushed me to, like, oh, this is a really good project. I really do want to finish this. And sometimes you just need, like, that external reinforcement to tell
like,
you,
if
like,
you get on
reassurance,
there,
like, oh, yeah, that is really great. I should finish
you
that.
can just post a picture of the project that you're thinking about, and, maybe you don't know whether you want to finish it or not. And a lot of that group commenting of, oh my gosh, you need to totally finish this, or...
Yeah.
If you're not feeling it, frog it. Just having that support to make that decision on which way to go.
Yeah, for sure.
And
That's a great idea. With a great name.
Yeah. The graveyard cow, themed around Halloween. I think it's really appropriate for the idea of resurrecting old projects and all that stuff.
When does that start again?
It'll start September 1st,
Okay.
but the chatter will go up beginning of August.
Okay,
So the
cool.
chatter will start soon, hopefully. I hope to get a lot of people. My forums, my thread on Ravelry isn't very talky, but I'm hoping to get a lot of people in talking about stuff, because I think that the community support aspect will be a very important part of it.
for sure. Yeah.
And that's going to be really fun, I think. And I've got some great prizes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Acquisitions.
Let's do
Stash
it.
enhancements.
We went shopping together.
Shopping.
Our nondescript bag.
Because you can totally tell what's in here. Do you want to go first?
Sure, actually, I can.
Or we should show the thing that we both got.
About the graveyard cow.
Oh, yeah,
I can
yeah,
go ahead
yeah.
and show
Yes.
this bag that I got.
Yes.
I received this bag just today in the mail, actually. This is from Katie Did Handmade Knits on Etsy. This is her origami style sock project bag, and it's just a really cool construction. It's got a pocket in the front, a pocket on the back.
I love those pockets. It's so creative.
Oh yeah,
I haven't ever seen a bag like that.
Yeah. She messaged me and asked if I'd be interested in having one of her bags for a giveaway, and I was like, oh my gosh. I had never
Yes.
actually seen her shop before, and the moment I saw them, I just thought they were so unique and beautiful. And it's really well made drawstring bag.
It's a shame there's not smell-o-vision,
Oh my gosh.
because
She sent along, I'll show the one, this is mine. These are the ones that I kept for myself. But I have another bag and another soap that I'll be giving away for the
I've
graveyard
never
cow.
seen that before.
This is a bar of soap with felted wool around it.
So cool. So it's like,
It
it'll be
smells
lathering
amazing.
it. It'll lather it too.
It says it's lemon scent.
Yeah, I don't know. It smells.
I don't.
Oh, it smells so good.
It's so good. But yeah. So that's why it's skulls, and the other one has skulls on it too, although it's a little bit different.
Great.
So I just got that today.
Are you gonna use is the other one the same fabric or different?
It's a different fabric.
Okay.
So you'll have to look for that on my episode next
You should
week.
use that though for your graveyard cow for whatever you resurrect.
I'm kind of thinking of resurrecting big projects though.
Oh yeah, good plan. Do you have
Like
one in
the summer
mind?
in Kansas.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Are you gonna actually you gonna pick that one back up, or are you gonna frog?
I couldn't frog it. I'm gonna have to knit it.
Yeah.
It might be the
It's
only
really
one that I
beautiful.
do. It's a lot of lace, but it is beautiful, and it's yarn that I dyed. I'm really excited about it. I need to finish it.
Well, I also got a bag.
Oh yeah.
Made by
Today on Brooklyn Knitfolk, all about me.
Because every episode isn't already talking about you all the time. This is a cat's kettle bag with this amazing Zelda fabric on it. It's so cool. This green box bottom bag.
The offsetness, that's the pattern. It really drove me crazy. The stripes are not straight across, they're like this.
Oh,
but the
really?
up and down stripes.
Oh yeah,
it's like,
you're right. That's just how the fabric is made. Awesome. Oh, it's stuck in here. Little key zipper pull. Pull.
Da-da-da-da. Slash stitch marker. You just plumped
Oops.
there.
Oh no! It's gone!
Oh, it's bent. Oh no.
I can fix that. I'll fix it. This rose fabric interior and a pocket. It's housing my dotted race.
That's quite full.
Yeah.
So
The
you got
shawl
all the
is
yarns
a
in there,
3. Well, I mean, except for
Except for the tarp.
no, the tart's in here too.
Yeah.
So this is more than
Jam-packed.
a 3 skein project. Like altogether, like 1,200 yards or something. So most of it's already knit, and a cake and a half, or no, a full skein. Yeah, a full skein and a half cake of yarn in this. So this can hold a lot. Thank you. Amazing, beautiful. I love it because I'm a nerd and I love Zelda stuff.
I didn't know you were into Zelda stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like those kinds of, like, Nintendo games, basically. This Mario. I don't even know if Zelda is Mario, so I could just be making that up. I just like, not Mario. Zelda is Nintendo. That's what I meant to say. I like things
Yes.
on a game-by-game basis,
Zelda
not
is Nintendo.
not on a maker basis. That's not coming out right. Whatever.
Zelda is not Mario.
Zelda is not Mario. You're welcome for that little tidbit. Zelda bag. That's what I got.
Yep. So that wasn't even our shopping. We went shopping
Nope.
together around town. Should we talk about Little Sisters and our experience there?
Maybe I should.
too much.
So we stopped briefly because we're reading the Sweep series, and if you haven't started it yet, or if you
Witchy all
don't
the
know,
time.
it's witchy stuff. Girl who discovers she's a witch theme, and so we were going in there just to like check out what kind of crystals and incense oil stuff we could find for inspiration and general interest. And the woman of the shop, what was her name again?
Tia Long.
Tia Long.
Look her up on Facebook. She has over 100
Very
followers.
interesting Facebook.
She's got like 3,000 Facebook friends though. I was looking at her page the other day.
She's very friendly, very great experience like shopping in there, but she was a character.
Oh, yeah.
I just remember the one takeaway statement. She was talking about how she got married on the same day that she got divorced, and I'm like, what? And what was the exact statement?
You know
It
what
was
the
like,
great thing about my ex-husband is though?
What?
He's dead.
And we were just shocked. I was so shocked that I just started laughing like uncontrollably. She was like, joke's on him because he's dead. I don't
And
know.
she was deadpan. I mean,
Yeah,
she was
she was
laughing
serious.
about
She
it,
was
but
laughing,
she
but
was
she was
not
serious.
just making a joke. She
Yeah.
meant it. She was glad that man was dead.
Just tell her about the graveyard cow. But she was great.
That was
But
fun.
We bought some crystals,
Yeah.
and was that it? The store was very like bare. But
Oh, it was so sad.
I know there wasn't a lot in there.
It's a place called Little Sister Silver Jewelry, and it used to be like this emporium of like hippie stuff and witchy stuff, and it was really cool. They had everything you could one. It was probably twice the size of Crystal.
Was it always in that area?
No, it moved
Okay.
there when business started going downhill in like the 2000s, late 20
2008
first
after the
2000
market crash.
decade.
Yeah.
How do you say that? What do you call the
Post-recession?
decade before 2010?
Just I guess the 2000s.
The early, late 2000s.
Yeah.
That sounds wrong. It's like, I don't know. Anyways, semantics.
Mm-hmm.
No, it used to be in a different location. It was huge and wonderful, and they had to move, and then
And
apparently
she did
everything's just
mention-
been downhill since
Yeah.
then.
And she did mention that the store gets robbed a lot.
Yeah.
So
So sad.
guess people robbing for those crystals. I don't know. Who knows?
I
But
had to buy something. I felt really terrible.
I didn't even feel terrible. I just wanted this awesome rose quartz crystal.
Oh yeah, I mean the
had.
crystals we got were awesome,
so-
but I would have felt bad walking out of there without something.
Or not
in my
rose
hand.
quartz, clear quartz. Anyway, but yeah.
I got a ruby
Mm-hmm.
and
So-
amethyst.
But
But
after
then
that,
we went to Loopville. Well, we tried to go to Green Earth Emporium, but it was
That was
closed.
closed.
We had a lot of trouble finding occult stuff
in Knoxville, Tennessee, is
It's
shocking.
not surprising.
Yeah.
Bible Belt.
No.
Hello.
Hey.
But
So
then we went to
Loopville,
Loopville.
which is a really awesome store in Knoxville, Tennessee, a yarn shop. I think personally, I liked it better than the second one that we went to. I've already forgot the name.
The Yarn Haven.
The Yarn Haven, yeah. Well, I like the selection better of the stuff
Yeah.
at Loopville. But we both got this mini skein. She got more than I did, but this is the only one I got. It's a unicorn
Look at
tail.
it. Look at it. Look at it. It's so pretty.
So pretty. What is it called again?
I feel like the white
Firewood.
has
Yeah.
faded so much.
It has. I
not
should maybe
structure.
open that. Let me open that line real quick.
The colorway is firewood. Ooh, that's much better.
Yay!
Now I look like a ghost.
Firewood. Everything to me is just like inspired by Sweep right now.
And autumn
Yeah.
and fall. We're
Ugh.
so ready.
I'm so ready. I'm like melting even in this room right now. But
I
yeah.
got a whole palette's worth. I thought that these three would make a beautiful shawl together. Maybe like a random active color, which I have sitting in my library
That
or
shawl's so
something.
pretty. It's a
And I
great
didn't want to
three-color
forget the
shawl.
colors, so I got all three.
3 colors to me are like 3-color shawls. There's not a whole lot of them that I really like the design of, but I do like the design of that one. I think because it's in like a stripes format, that's why I like it, but yeah. But I got this one, and then there are also 2 colors. I'll insert a picture that I took here of the other 2 because I feel like I have those in my stash already. Not exactly those colors, but something similar of the color palette that I really liked for a potential 3-color shawl in the future. But this firewood had to come home with me.
So pretty.
It's just like,
If you ever
It's
see
so
it in the wild,
dimensional.
you instantly buy 2
Yeah.
skeins.
it's beautiful.
One for you and one for me.
If I ever see this in the skein, it's coming home with
I
me.
feel like it's more likely up there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Loopville's the only local place that has metal and Tosh yarns, and they didn't have it.
Yeah. So that was one acquisition.
So.
Stash enhancement.
Then we went over to the Yarn Haven, which is another local yarn store. And I got 2 skeins of Malabrigo.
Those are so pretty together, so autumnal.
The colors just spoke to me.
You can see why.
Look at that. This
That
is like
golden color.
a coppery, golden, orangey, yellowy. I don't even know what to call it.
Like Cal's eyes, if you will. That's a sweet reference.
Tiger's eye. It's called glitter. I don't know if that's a great name for
Yeah, I don't really agree with
it.
that.
I wouldn't call that glitter.
Topaz or something.
Yeah, something earthy and stony.
Mhm.
And then this beautiful variegated bluey, purpley, orangey. There's even this little section of like peach hidden in there. Look at that. Hello.
Beautiful. I love those
This
together.
is...
Wow,
What
really?
do you call that?
Posion, because
Posion?
I bought a sock yarn of that and knit my mom a shawl out of that for a Christmas present, and it looks
Really?
totally different. Totally
They're
different.
kind of notorious for that.
Oh, okay, that's shocking. Yeah, the one I had was much more red. It was
Because
super
didn't we
red.
both have Archangel at one point?
Yeah.
Or you were thinking
I was
of
thinking
buying
about it.
Archangel,
Yeah, but
and it
yours
was way different
very
from mine.
different.
too.
Yeah. So
But anyhow, I think these guys will be beautiful together.
yeah.
I'm 99.999% sure that I'm going to make a color field out of these 2. That's
I'll put a picture in. I don't even know what that looks
Raybot
like. So.
on
Oh,
Instagram.
okay.
Kemper of Junk Yarn. She's got a DK. And these are sport weight, but I feel like it's kind of fluid with shawls.
Mm-hmm.
Sport weight. And this is a thick sport weight, honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, there's company.
Beautiful. I got another Malabrigo sock in the Mart colorway. This amazing autumnal red, golds, some green, a little bit of blue, bright red, burgundy, brown. I love this. I know I saw this skein on somebody else's podcast, and I can't remember whose it was. I want to say it was Gabby from Once Upon a Corgi maybe had this skein. I know I've seen this colorway somewhere else because I recognize the name. But I wanted it when I saw it on the podcast, and I saw it, and it had to come home with me. So this is
That's gorgeous.
fingering weight yarn. I don't know what it'll be yet. It could be in another shawl because I love shawls, but this would also make a really cool pair of autumn colored
Have you made any
socks.
cowls?
I have, but I don't wear things around my neck very much, like walking around. It get really hot wearing scarves and cowls. And I like them. That's why I like the one that you made me. I don't know if I have a picture of it. If I do have a picture of it, I will insert a picture of it here, but I'm not sure if I have a picture of it with me. But if I do, I'll put one in. It's like a lace-ish shawl. So that one is okay because it doesn't like make me too hot. But in general, like scarves and cowls make me too hot, so I don't wear them very much. But we'll see. I really love this colorway.
I saw someone post on, I think Facebook earlier, some little meme picture that was like just sitting over here waiting for the burr months to come around. September, October, November, December.
Amen.
That's my time of year right there.
And I also got this little fiber seed. Is that what it's called?
Little seedling.
Yeah, the fiber seedling, and the colorway is cinnamon. Just a little neutral to pop into my blanket.
That's really an appropriate color, girl.
Yeah, the cinnamon is quite dark, but maybe that's why this one was on sale, because maybe it was like a mist dye or something. I don't know, because it was just this color sitting, and there was one other one of the same colorway sitting in there.
An almond shell.
Yeah, so.
Pistachio shell.
This is more like an almond, fiber seedling. But
it's not cinnamony.
Yeah. So it's called cinnamon, but it was on the sale rack. Yeah. So I'll pop it in my neutrals.
Your new neutrals.
Yep. Cozy Memories blanket.
Your log cabin blanket's so cool.
Thank you.
I am loving all of the non-cozy memory blankets that are out there. I really want to make some pinwheel squares. I'm actually thinking about maybe doing like segments, like segmenting my memory blanket, because I love all of the different styles so much. And I've already got like a couple of rows of just the regular, mitered square style memory blanket. But I'd love to do like a whole segment of log cabin squares like yours, and then a whole segment of like pinwheel squares.
Well, you could like do like a pinwheel and then like a row or two of just regular mitered squares between, and do like a row like that.
Oh,
yeah. Just like a cross. Yeah, that would be.
Because I'm only like 3 rows in. So it still could be considered border territory if I decided to do something like that.
Plus, Mina said that her pinwheel blanket is pretty adjustable, so you can make them, I think, any width that you wanted them to be. I'm guessing. Her patterns are always really adjustable.
I think they're doing another blanket blitz right now with Soxetera. But
Shannon.
I'm so not into blanket knitting right now.
No, me neither. Oh, well, I mean, I guess I kind of am, because mine is modular. Like, I don't have to hold the whole thing. I can do one piece in my lap and then add it.
That's how the pinwheel is, too. You just need
Yep.
set up the colors you need, and you have one little kit going. So if they do another one in August, I might join in and do some other scrap blanket styles. Just make a few squares and see where it goes.
Yeah. Did you get any of this?
I did. I got 2 colorways. I didn't bring them though.
I got some Felici. 2 colorways. This is Balloon Ride, which was my favorite one. The second I saw this one, I wanted this one. And the other one I wanted was the Lost Lakes colorway, but then it sold out before I could buy it, so I settled on Beyond the Wall, because who doesn't need a Game of Thrones reference in their socks?
There are still a ton of skeins of Felici in the shop. I just was looking at it today. They smell bad.
It smells so bad, I have to admit. When I opened the bag, you don't think it does?
I'm used to it.
Oh god, no, I hate the smell of this. When I opened the bag, I was like, my god, what is that smell?
This is what my yarn smells like when it comes in before I dye
Well, it doesn't smell that way when it comes to me.
No.
And I like the smell
I
of
wash
it.
This is closer to the wool smell. As a dyer, I've grown really fond of the wool smell. I have.
No.
It's weird. It's not a good smell, but
Maybe
there's
it would
something
grow on me, I don't know.
earthy and rustic about it.
To me, I don't know.
You can smell the sheep in that. I like it. I'm weird.
I'm not a real knitter. Because it smells
It's nothing to do with being a knitter. It's just,
I don't know. Maybe it
how
would
much
grow
of
on
a
me.
fiber junkie are you?
Yeah. But when I opened it,
This
it
smell
smelled
would
like
send
death.
a spinner wild, I'm sure.
Probably.
Spinners love the fleece, the roving, the sheep.
I I like the colors. That's what I like.
I got Kaleidoscope, which is like a neon pink and green gray stripes. And then I got, what is it? I was texting you about it the other night. Eclipse, yeah. Because at first I was like Twilight, and then I was like, no, Eclipse.
That
Wrong
one's good
Twilight.
too. I think Amber got that one too. Eclipse. Yarn Junkie. I also really liked the bubble one, which was like pinks and a blue, like a baby blue. Which it was like cutesy, really cutesy.
I'm not into the cutesy.
I feel like if it's not on my feet, who cares? I'm like,
That's true.
You know.
And cutesy socks actually are really fun.
Yeah.
You can go like whatever your style is elsewhere, and then cutesy socks.
So I got
Good
that.
pop.
And a gift, which is like sort of unidentified. She sent me a card, and all she did was sign it Heather. And so I know it has to be somebody who asked me for my address. But I went back in my Ravelry messages and I couldn't find it. So Heather, if you're out there watching this, please tell me.
Where did it come from?
It didn't, I don't have the package with me, so I couldn't say. I don't know for sure.
I know Heather is...
But the card was only signed Heather. That's all I know. But she sent me these minis, and I love them all. So pretty. A lot of them are like very like woolly wool types of stuff. She gave me the fiber content of them. So this one has like
those are very rustic.
Romney, and this one has, oh, that's Socks of Rock. No, it's not. What's this?
That is...
Woolworth. Stuff like that. So it's more like
It's
woolly
so
wool.
like velvety.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I'm really starting to get interested in other, because I mean merino is just what you see everywhere right now.
Because it is really soft. It's good yarn. But yeah, when I went on that fiber tour, that's what really set me on the path of
is
discovering.
Polworth what that one that you have is? The white?
No, that one's Cormo.
Cormo.
And that one is really soft too. It's
Why
different.
didn't you bring
from
all
merino.
of your stuff so I could see it?
I know. Sorry. My bad. But it's really soft, but just in a different way from merino. It's more like velvety in texture. It's actually similar, fairly similar to this.
Yeah, because when you said velvety, that's what I thought when I touched that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the spin on that.
Yep. Beautiful.
That's nice.
What is that one? Lucky Cat Craft Fiber, spun by me. So it is hand spun.
hand spun.
Heather! See, now I really need to know who you are.
Oh, well, I guess Lucky Cat isn't her thing. That's
Just the fiber. Yep. So please tell me who you are. Message me on Ravelry again if you watch this, because I need to like thank you personally and send you a note because I love these minis. So thank you. These will go in my blanket soon, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that's totally your colors.
Yep.
Neutrally. That one especially.
Yes. Just like obsessed. Love it. So yeah, those are all the acquisitions I brought with me. There's so much more in my mailbox right now that came this week.
I've been terrible this summer. I've gotten so much stuff. I should probably not buy yarn for the rest of the year. Like that's gonna happen.
I feel sort of proud though of what I have been knitting though, especially that dotted rays has like eaten up a lot of like stash yarns that I've been holding for a while.
I cannot believe how much progress you made on that.
I can't
either.
either.
You just started it.
Yeah, I did. It was
When
the
did
first
you
time I
start?
showed it was last episode, and I
That's
had like
crazy.
just started it a couple days
I've had
prior.
no knitting time lately. It's awful. I feel terrible.
Because you're too busy being a dying goddess.
It's so much work. Yeah. People don't even know. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Did you bring other acquisitions with you?
I did not.
Anything else that you think of that you want to talk about?
Did you have any? I thought we could like
Oh yeah.
semi-interview each other.
Yes.
I need a bathroom break first.
Okay, we'll pause for a second. Actually, really quick before we do that, 2 thank yous or welcomes, I guess that I should say. I just wanted to say hello to Herja Hannah on Ravelry and also MV Knits. Thank you for introducing yourself in the Ravelry group. I just wanted to like say hello when people do that because I don't reply back in the threads because I feel like I just say the same things over and over. But please know that I do read everything and I just like want to acknowledge you guys when you introduce yourself.
That's nice.
So hi, great to
I
have
do
you.
very heavy thread. Like I'd get into chatting with people on introduction.
I know, I see that and I read it and I love that. I just don't want to feel inauthentic by saying like the same thing. You're good at that. But yeah. So, hello to both of you and thank you for introducing yourself. And we'll be right back.
What are the names? Abby and Lauren? Get Lit in It podcast?
Oh, Abby and Allie.
Allie. Abby and Allie. Abby and Allie.
This one's for you.
This is for you.
We've both both downed at least half a bottle on our own. Each. Not together.
It's way more fun when you're podcasting together.
For sure.
Sitting alone and drinking and podcasting.
I know, man.
is kinda
I'm so
sad.
jealous now of everybody who has like a little duo podcast.
We would have a great joint podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
We would be so popular.
If I ever moved back to Tennessee, we would have toot toot. That was our own horn. If I ever move back, then we should think about that.
I just caught up with the toot toot.
Cheers. Yeah. Okay, so we thought it would be fun to ask each other some questions, although I didn't come up with any. So
well,
it's fun. But
I love when grocery girls do that, like rapid fire, like you have like 2 choices or yes or no questions.
Yeah.
I didn't do those kinds of questions, but I think it's really funny.
I also like Katie from Inside Number 23. Her and Emerus did that general waffle where they ask each other questions. It was on an episode.
I never watched that.
You should.
I know. I've watched a couple of episodes and I love her podcast, but I don't know. I go through phases where I watch all the podcasts and then I don't watch any podcasts for several weeks. Like today, I had this block of time to myself this morning. I didn't watch any podcasts. I just watched Peaky Blinders.
Sometimes it happens, because lately for me it's been between podcasts or Game of Thrones, and sorry podcasters, but if you watch Game of Thrones then you would know.
Oh, I wish we could go karaoke while you're in town.
I hate karaoke.
What?
Can I just be real? I hate it so much. I have to have like 2 of these to want to do
the best
karaoke.
part.
I just like, I don't know what it is. It's just a lot, and at least in like New York, maybe not here, but it's a lot of money. It's a very expensive thing to do.
Really?
Yeah, you pay
For
by the
what?
hour, and like
What?
yeah, you pay by the hour to
No.
do it, and it's a really expensive cost. So if I
That's
just
not
want
how
to
we
go
do it
and
here.
hang out and sit in there, I have to pay money to like
No.
do it, and I'm just like,
All you pay for is your booze here.
oh, no, definitely
There's
not here.
XYZ,
Not there.
Club XYZ. It is a gay bar and it is fabulous.
Sounds fun.
And they do karaoke on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. You won't be here anymore. I love karaoke.
I hate it. You have to get me really, really effing drunk to want to do
I can't
karaoke.
believe, what is it, like a cover charge or something?
Well, no, it's just you pay by the hour, like for the whole room. And
That's
it's not
absurd.
cheap, and
Come
pay
on,
for
New
your drinks
York.
on top of that. And
You're better
it's
than
just
this.
like a bunch of people who are like semi-good at singing who want to prove that they're really good at singing. That's what I think. Sorry.
Over here it's like choir kids who don't ever get to sing for any reason anymore. We let it loose
Mhm.
on karaoke night. But yeah, choir kids, bringing it back around, full circle. That's who I was in high school. I was a madrigal and I was in every other way outcast. Like, bullied. I was called a witch all the time because I wore all black. And all
Oh,
this
really?
stuff. Oh, yeah.
See, I wasn't wearing all black, but I did have all black hair sometimes, and I had pink streaks in my hair one year, and yeah.
I wore black and like dark lipsticks and big
Oh,
earrings.
you were really like the goth kid.
Oh yeah, just wait. I'm gonna
You should have
post.
worn these when you were in high
I
school.
would have if I had them.
Probably
I was known for like big shape earrings, not just hoops, but I had like these big triangle earrings I would wear all the time. I'm gonna find the best picture I can find and post it on the sweet thread
Oh
to
man,
encourage people.
I hope I can find something with my pink hair. But I feel like all of my pictures were of me like doing lacrosse, because I was really into lacrosse in high school.
The fact that you even had lacrosse in high school is weird to me.
We had to combine
It's not
with
something we
another
do here in Knoxville.
team because but I guess in Middle Tennessee that's true. It
Well,
was kind of
Nashville-
bougie like that.
Nashville's like, in terms
Brentwood.
of Tennessee, Nashville's like top of the line, classy.
Not Nashville, that's Brentwood.
Brentwood. Well,
Yeah.
that's part
It's
of
a
Nashville,
suburb.
right?
You're right, it's true. It's like a suburb of Nashville. But I did not go to school there.
Knoxville's like second or third in line. Memphis, while well known, isn't a great place to live.
It's coming back though. I feel like they're kind of got like some Memphis pride that's kind of like happening
Yeah.
now. Like I have some friends that are from Memphis who they're like really raising up the profile of their city to be more
feel like it's a
arts
rough place
and-
to live.
Yeah, for sure.
High crime rate.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so we have some questions. So you didn't write anything down?
No, I didn't.
Shame on you.
I know. We should have maybe planned this before we started. We can pause and do that. if you
Can I
want.
tell you? I just wrote these down before I came over here.
Okay,
so
so
I don't forget. I was like, oh yeah, I
Giving
have
me
this idea.
shade.
Wine makes me confident.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know, if there's anyone from my usual podcast watching, I wanted to mention that I got a haircut.
If you didn't
I don't know
already
if you
notice,
noticed.
by the way, how awesome it is. It looks so good.
This isn't how I usually wear it. I got classy for your
Oh,
podcast.
thank you.
I thought
Appreciate that.
straightened was a little
This
classier,
isn't a classy
little less
podcast.
wild.
This is a wine drinking podcast.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll ask you questions.
Okay.
And then if you want, you can ask them back.
All right.
That'll make it easier for me to come up. You won't have any ideas, so it'll be harder for you to come up with answers. But I already know the questions, so I'll be thinking. What is your favorite side dish?
Side dish. Fried green tomatoes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You're definitely from the South.
Definitely. I actually only moved here when I was 8, though. Before that, I lived in Arizona.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But I
Moved
still
here
consider
at
myself
age
Southern.
7 from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Charleston.
So, still Southern.
Yeah.
Charleston, especially. What's
Charleston.
yours?
Definitely mashed potatoes. I'll eat mashed potatoes all day.
Yeah, like Canada's never been a potato you didn't like.
Oh my god, potatoes are the best.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, who is your all-time, like, end-all be-all of celebrity crushes? Because you have phases.
Yeah.
But there's that one that will always be.
Oh man. That's
I mean,
really
we
hard.
all liked Nick Carter in high school. Don't lie.
Don't lie, because totally did. I guess my problem with celebrities is a lot of times I like don't know their names. I'm a really bad movie watcher, so I don't know their names. I'll like see somebody and be like, oh yeah, he's really hot, but I don't really know. I really
Come
don't.
on, you gotta have somebody.
I mean, I always go for the villains. Always, I always think that the bad boys are
Oh,
the
yeah.
hot ones every time.
Every time.
I don't know though. You answer and I'll think. Well,
Cillian Murphy.
I don't-
Easy.
See, I don't even know who that is.
Cillian Murphy. You might know him as the Scarecrow from Batman.
I don't know. I'll put in a picture here
He's
for
also
anyone
in
like me who doesn't watch
28
movies.
Days Later, Peaky Blinders.
Oh, that guy! Yes.
Yes.
Can I just pick him too?
No. You cannot.
He is
He's
always
mine.
casted as the bad boy too and
Ugh.
everything. He was in Inception, wasn't
Yes, he was in
Okay.
Inception. He was in Red Eye.
Okay.
Sunshine, one of my favorite movies of all time. Sci-fi film. Sunshine. Have you ever seen Sunshine?
No.
It's so good.
Oh, you know what? I think I just discovered who my celebrity crush is.
Yeah,
Like,
who
keep
is
going.
it?
You can
Who
go
is
on
it?
about
No, who
Sunshine.
is it?
Okay, I have to think of his name. Oh, now I'm Ian Somerhalder.
Ian Somerhalder, I know the name, but I don't know the face. Look it up.
Hold on.
Sunshine is a movie where there's a crew of astronauts
Always the bad boy.
on a ship. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's
He's
Boone.
in Vampire Diaries.
It's Boone from Lost. Ian Somerhalder is Boone.
Well,
He
he's
will
also in
always be Boone
Vampire
to me.
Diaries, which shows you the kind of TV I watch. Basic bitch.
No,
Anyway.
he's really hot. He's
Yeah.
got those eyes.
Mhm.
It's the eyes.
Always the bad boy.
Cillian
The
has
piercing-
them
yes,
too.
same
Those
thing.
piercing blue. Oh, the eyes.
Yes.
And the cheekbones.
Mm-hmm. All about
I like
cheekbones and
structure.
strong jaws.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're very similar, I feel, too.
They do.
Cillian and,
He's more
Ian.
eyebrows.
Mhm.
He's like, hey, eyebrows. And Cillian Murphy's all like, hey, lips.
I can't wait to do something weird in editing with this.
Oh, God.
It's like pops and just like highlighting it.
Eyebrows. But no, Sunshine is this movie where they're like, their mission is to fly this thing into the sun. They're gonna fly this bomb into the sun to like reignite it because the sun is dying. And then weird stuff starts happening.
It's sci-fi, obviously.
It's sci-fi / paranormal.
weird.
It's really good. And it's Cillian Murphy.
Gotcha.
So hot.
Did you
I
watch
love
50
him
Shades
so
of Grey?
much.
I watched it. I didn't read
Why?
the books, but I watched the movies.
Why?
Just because I feel like as a graphic
I'm not
designer, you
judging.
have to be like up on your pop culture. You have to like know the references to
Yeah.
get the references to make the references.
Did it fizzle out or are they gonna make more of them?
I'm pretty sure they're making more of them. Come on, it's like I don't know how much it made, but I'm sure it's enough to sustain the series.
Sorry for my face, I can't help it.
I was entertained. I will
Natural
say I
reaction.
love the Magic Mike movies.
I wanna see those.
Oh, you should. You should. If for no other reason than the dance scenes, Channing Tatum, he's another one of those people that's just like a butterface, as they say. Which, if you don't know what that means, a butterface is someone who's attractive. Like a girl, she's cute, everything but her face. So he's like a butter's face, but it doesn't have the
Butter's
same
face.
ring. But
Oh,
yeah, he's got a great body and he can dance really well.
He does have. But there's other hot guys.
Did
in
you
those
watch The
movies.
Witches of East End by chance?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well
So-
he's married to a girl that was on that show, which I didn't know. But they canceled Witches of East End after season 2, which I was not happy about.
Wasn't there? There was a show that's just called Salem or something.
I didn't watch that though. Actually, I should have because it's my last name, but I didn't.
I should have asked that. So, what brought you into the witchy worlds?
Actually, that was the Sweet Books, but even
Yeah?
before that, I was like sort
When
of
did
like
you read
fringe
them for the
interested.
first time?
I read them for the first time when I was in middle school, for sure.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, they were so
so
good. I
jealous.
flew through
I'm
those.
so heartbroken that I didn't discover these when I was a young girl.
They're so good. And ever since then, I've always been, like, fringe interested in, like, witchy stuff. I don't know.
I
just love it.
Yeah. See, for me, in high school, other than Harry Potter, it was The Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice.
Mm-hmm. I didn't read that, but it's long.
Very near and dear to my heart. The first 5 books specifically, not any of the, like, asides, the Pandora, Vittorio.
That's really,
Armand,
it's an
all that
adult read, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't read that, but
They're definitely adult books.
what's it called again?
The series as a whole is called The Vampire Chronicles,
Okay.
but you've got Interview with the Vampire, you got The Vampire Lestat, which is my favorite out of the series. I adore Lestat. The Vampire Lestat is one of my favorite books of all time.
I need to add this to my reading queue. Is
I'm
it
in
like
love with
witchy
him.
like that too? Or is it more vampire?
Well, it's vampires.
But, okay.
She does have a series, I think Taltos is one of the books in it. She has a witch series, which my granny was really fond of and always wanted me to read, and I never did. I need to. But you've got Interview with the Vampire, like the movie, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, very close to the book. And you've got Vampire Lestat, and then Queen of the Damned, the movie, not so great.
I didn't
Stuart
watch that.
Townsend was kind of hot in it, but
I remember the cover, like, the image for that being really cool, though. I liked that. Like,
Yeah.
Whatever they made, the poster for the movie looked
it was
really
a good movie at the time. I really enjoyed it, but it really smashed the second and third books together and left out a lot of really important stuff.
crucial details. I'm
Um,
still looking at
and
this
then
picture of
there's,
Ian Somerhalder right now.
The
It's like-
Tale of the Body Thief and Memnoch the Devil. Oh my gosh! After reading Sweep, I'm gonna reread those books because I'm totally in
I'll
this,
read it
like,
with you then, because I
high
haven't read them
schooler
before,
mindset.
ever.
Oh my god, they're so good. They're so good. The Vampire Lestat is the best.
Read
It
Sweep.
focuses on Lestat, which if all of you know of Anne Rice is the Interview with the Vampire movie, you probably hate Lestat. That's where you start out at.
No.
Because the Interview with the Vampire is all from Louis's point of view, and he hates Lestat, but Lestat's the bomb.
Is this a character in the
Yes,
book?
Lestat is a vampire. He's played by Tom Cruise. He's awful in Interview with the Vampire, but he's supposed to be because Louis tells his tale, and then that wakes Lestat up from his slumber as a vampire. Vampire slumber he goes into. He's like, ugh, fucking Louis. And so he wakes up, and he's like, let me tell my story. And he's awesome.
Bam. So
I love
Lestat.
him.
Okay.
So,
So,
oh,
Questions?
Questions.
Yes.
I have more. I think about Lestat and I go all gooey brained. I was in love with the idea of vampires in high school. Like I was vampires
less
were
interested
real.
in vampire stuff. It was all about witch stuff.
Well, if
to
I
me.
had found Sweep, it would have been witch stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I love The Craft and all that stuff.
The Craft. I probably watched that movie. I
So
own
many
it. I've
times.
watched it so
Part where
many
they're
times.
peeling off her back skin.
Yes. Yes.
Anyways. Okay, what's your favorite weather? Duh. This is a terrible question.
Fall.
Duh.
Duh.
Fall for me too. I feel like I need to move to Connecticut.
Connecticut.
I feel like that would be my perfect place.
Is that where Sue and Chelsea live? Well, not
It
Chelsea anymore,
is.
but it's where Sue lives.
Sue, can I be your new daughter? Can
Now
I
that
take
Chelsea's gone,
place?
we'll move in.
Yeah.
Hey.
I feel like it's because of Gilmore Girls. I'm not gonna lie, it's because of Gilmore Girls.
The new season episodes.
Did you see the video of John Oliver responding on?
No.
You saw the trailer,
so-
right?
No, I haven't watched the trailer. I've seen it on Facebook, but I just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it.
Jacqueline.
But John Oliver, I only just started watching him when a friend got me into it a month ago. I did not really even know of his existence
Oh my
until like a
gosh.
month ago, and it's like blown my mind.
He's
I love him.
amazing.
Can I just say he's really hot also? Let's be
In a
honest.
weird way.
I think he's very attractive.
I mean, he's not. If you saw him on the street, you'd be like, "Hey, baby."
I think
It's
I would.
the
That's
knowing
totally
him.
my type.
It's through the
Maybe,
talking and
but I'm into those
personality.
Aside from
It's a whole
celebrities.
package hot.
Yeah.
I mean, Ian Somerhalder, you could just.
I
look
mean,
at
that's
him
like
and say,
street face value, like, rare. But for like real life, like,
John
who I
Oliver
want,
is not
like, I don't know. I've had a lot of wine in this past hour.
So,
Next question.
next question. What's your favorite color?
Chartreuse. I didn't even have to think about that. I had to think about it, but I don't. It's chartreuse. for sure. As a designer, I feel like I shouldn't have a favorite color because that means you're probably overusing it. It's like having a favorite font. It means you're probably overusing it. But I've never used chartreuse,
That would be
honestly.
so unfair to say you can't have a favorite color because you're a designer.
But I love it. I would never wear it really, and I don't use it in a whole lot, but I love it.
Just like the look of it.
Yeah.
Chartreuse.
Yeah.
It's a good color.
Mm-hmm. What about you? What's yours?
Purple.
I should have known. I mean, obviously. And a lot of my favorite colorways that you do have purple in them. I don't know.
I love purple.
The blurple and
Yeah, the
That's
purple.
good.
Those are good. It was a happy accident.
yeah.
It was
Really?
a total accident. I was trying to do another colorway altogether, and then blurple happened.
That's a good one.
What is your favorite Disney movie?
It's like sort of a tie. I have a few favorites. So Sleeping Beauty, Aladdin.
That's Margot's favorite, is Sleeping Beauty.
I really like that. It's like I'm not really princess movies are not usually my favorite ones. Even though Aladdin has a princess, but to me it's more like adventure, which is the same reason why I like The Rescuers. And those are my
The
three.
Rescuers Down Under. So good.
Yeah, I didn't like Down Under as much. I like the
Really?
regular Rescuers.
I like
Yeah.
all of them.
The Rescuers,
The
Aladdin.
Great Mouse Detective.
Oh, I love that one too.
So good.
Yes, it's such a not talked about one. I feel.
Yes.
Yeah. Great Mouse
Sir
Detective is good.
Radigan.
Radigan. World's greatest criminal mind.
Yes.
See, I'm doing karaoke.
Sort of.
Sort of not really.
I'll go ahead with the end-all be-all question then.
Okay.
Would you rather be a muggle in the Harry Potter universe?
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter is real. Harry, Hermione, Ron, they all exist. They're all real.
Okay.
Would you rather be a muggle in that universe? You have some awareness of it, but you're not a witch. You don't get to go to Hogwarts. You don't get to use magic. You don't get to be friends with them, but you know they're real.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you rather live in this universe and have actual witch powers?
And have what kind of powers? Like
Witch.
Oh.
Be a witch.
Oh.
Would you rather be a muggle in the Harry Potter universe or be a witch in our universe?
A witch in our universe, absolutely. Yeah. I want the power. Give me the power. Power hungry. No, I mean, I love Harry Potter so much. It is an amazing series, but it's like, to me, it's like a fantasy fun thing to read, and I can immerse myself in it and be like the person who goes to the midnight release parties for every single thing that ever happens and dress up for it for all the movies and all of it. But I want to be a witch in real life. I want the power.
I want the power.
Yeah.
I want to be able to cool down my coffee with a little.
That's another sweet preference, by the way.
So good.
Get on
I
it!
read one book a day, 4 days straight. And I had to tell myself to chill out because you guys got to catch up because we're doing this whole
Because
read
it started on Monday, by the way. Did I say that? I don't know. It
You
started
did.
on Monday.
At some point we said it.
Okay, good.
They're so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really hard not to get spoilery about it. I had
So
a
you
couple
would say
more.
the same thing? No? Which
Oh,
one?
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a good question. I like that.
I would be a witch in this universe even if there were no other witches and I was the only one
Amen.
to figure everything out myself.
Yep.
I would much prefer that than to be a
Hold on.
muggle and know that there are witches and wizards
That
out
would be
there
so
and you're not
painful.
one of them.
I'd rather not know.
It'd be heartbreaking. I know there are people who would be like, but I love them so much just to know that they're real. That would be awesome. I want the power. Maybe I have a little more Slytherin in me than I want to admit.
I have a lot of it. That's what I am.
Ravenclaw.
That's
Ravenclaw.
That surprised me.
Who's your favorite author?
Haruki Murakami.
Oh, yeah.
That's not even it.
That's mine too.
He's so good. Modern literature, I mean, obviously this young adult sweep series thing is like, I love young adult novels, but modern literature is probably, in classics, are my main reads. Magical realism. Mm-hmm.
Talking cats.
Haruki Murakami, so good. Kafka on the Shore. My sister just walked by. You want to say hey? No, okay. Come sit. Who's your favorite author?
My favorite author.
You have to sit.
Oh gosh. Well, maybe J.K. Rowling.
That's okay.
It's a good one.
That's gonna strike with a lot of people who
Because
watch
Harry Potter's the best.
Harry Potter is the best.
It is.
I agree.
Would you rather be a muggle in the Harry Potter universe? No, you know that that's real. You know about witchcraft and Hogwarts and all that, but you're a muggle.
Okay.
Or would you rather have
Yeah.
witch powers in our universe?
Which powers in our universe?
Hey!
I could be like Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Sweet preference.
Sweet.
See, she's ready too.
It's
I
so
told you
good.
guys, you have to read it.
So good.
I also
can't believe-
reread it every single year, just like Jacqueline does. So
I'm
it's
gonna
so
be
good.
in that boat.
Mm-hmm.
It's
This is
amazing.
my first time through, and I'm really excited for it.
It's the best
I
time.
always envy people who get to read Harry Potter for the first time, so I'm trying to really savor reading
Sweet.
Sweet for the first
Yeah.
time, because then I'll never get it back.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Ooh.
Like all-time celebrity crush.
All-time celebrity crush. I didn't know I'd be put on the spot.
That's what you get.
I don't know who my all-time celebrity crush is. I like Theo James a lot.
Who's Theo James?
He's in.
He's 37. Ian Solomon is 37.
Wow.
He's in like the Legion series.
Theo James. Let's see. Oh.
Oh yeah, he's good looking.
Oh.
I like Jamie Dornan,
To look at that person
Not
too.
just for
she
50
watches
Shades,
way more movies than I
but
do.
for
She
the
watches.
fall.
She's seen 50 Shades and read the books and stuff too. I like the movies. I'm not gonna read the books. But you like them both.
yeah, I liked them both. I guess it's, I don't know.
Those are good ones.
Benedict Cumberbatch is my new fave because I love Sherlock, and
Sherlock.
there's something sexy about the way he is in that show.
Favorite side.
Side dish.
Side dish. Ugh. Jeez.
I've already forgotten. What did you say?
Fried green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes.
Oh,
That's so
yeah.
specific. It's not an everywhere available side dish.
So
That
it's
is
not.
not.
So I can't get it anymore.
I'm surprised you didn't choose like risotto from the meatball shop.
I do love risotto also. Any risotto basically.
I don't know.
Mine was mashed potatoes.
I know. I was thinking along
So
that
good.
line. I like roasted potatoes
Mm-hmm.
and like country style green beans.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
Favorite
good.
side. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, tacos, Mexican food for life. What's your favorite cuisine?
Italian.
Oh, mine would totally
I
be
could eat
between-
pasta until I exploded.
I think mine would be Italian.
I mean,
too.
there's so many pastas. I mean, it's all pasta, but you feel like you're getting something different each time.
Yeah.
I would eat pasta until I literally
So
explode.
I'll eat Mexican, pasta, and we'll all be witches in this world.
Yeah.
We waffled on a lot. This is going to be a very
Oh my
long
gosh,
episode.
yeah, I forget that this is like a podcast.
Well, that's why we were checking on you. We were like, are they still filming?
It's just so much more fun together.
We should bring Maverick in here and let him tell us what he likes best. Breast milk!
Give me that milk, Mom. That's true. That's probably what he would say
Yeah.
if he could talk. But he can't.
Yep.
And I don't want him to talk anytime soon because I want him to stay little forever.
It's 3 weeks
It
today,
happened
actually.
so fast.
I know.
3 weeks.
So fast.
We're signing off
We've
now.
subjected you guys to this for long enough.
Yes. We've already told you where you can find all of us, but I'll put it on the screen right now again, just in case. And
Jacqueline Salem,
Cats,
Brooklyn Knitfolk.
Cat's Kettle, Yarn 30. This is my sister Laura L Davis 512.
She's on
is yours
Instagram,
519? 519. Is yours even on? Is it private or public? Even I don't even know.
It's probably private, so my students can't find me.
She's a teacher, by the way. I rave on and
That
on.
makes sense.
She teaches history.
I
She
do.
doesn't knit.
Two funny high schoolers.
She doesn't knit yet, but
I
we'll
don't.
see.
We'll see is correct.
Yeah.
Maybe not when I have a newborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a great time.
But yeah, we'll say bye for now.
Bye.